I'm Gopi Krishna from Glorious IAS Academy. Today I came before you with the new topic, Arctic region. As you all know, Arctic region is in the news continuously, and what are the reasons for this we will see, and we will also see some prelims questions, model questions. So we will go with this agenda. Why Arctic is gaining geopolitical significance, and what is the Arctic Council, and what is India's role. So one of the reason why Arctic is gaining geopolitical significance is it has a lot of resources: oil, natural gas, minerals, rare earth elements, and it is also opening up new routes from Asia to Europe, which will reduce a lot of distance. So these are the two key reasons, and all these important players like Canada, Russia, and USA, they are militarizing the region. Let us see some questions. Consider the following statements regarding the Arctic Council. 1. It is an intergovernmental forum promoting cooperation in the Arctic region. 2. India is founding member of the Arctic Council. 3. The chairmanship of the Arctic Council rotates every 2 years among the Arctic states. So which of the statements given above are correct? So the correct answer is, basically 2 is a wrong option. Basically India is not the founding member of the Arctic Council, but we have a observer status. This is wrong. We have a observer status. India is part of 13 nations which are observers to Arctic Council. So option 2 is wrong. 1 and 3 are correct. So 1 and 3 is option C is correct. Let's go to next question. So let's see what are the Arctic Council states. These are, as you must be aware, these are Canada, the Kingdom of Denmark, basically through Greenland and Faroe Islands, and Finland, Iceland, Norway, Russia, Sweden, and the United States. So as you all know, Greenland is also in the news recently, because Trump is saying he wants to annex Greenland, buy Greenland, and he also wants to annex Canada and Panama Canal. So Greenland is in news, and USA is also interested in rare earth elements because they are abundant in Greenland. That is also another reason. So that this Arctic region is heating up, and people are competing for the mineral resources of Arctic because ice is melting. So this is the Arctic region. So we can see in the map the Greenland, Iceland, and the Nordic states, Russia, Canada, and USA. Which countries are Arctic Council observers? These are the 13 countries which are Arctic Council observers. As you can see, they are the important and economic powerhouses of Europe, and the important countries of Asia. The countries are France, Germany, Italy, Japan, Netherlands, China, Poland, India, South Korea, Singapore, Spain, Switzerland, and United Kingdom. From Asia, China is there, India is there, South Korea is there, and Singapore is there. Singapore for shipping and South Korea for scientific expeditions, and India and China are big economic powers. So that way, if you can see, we don't have any country from Africa or Latin America. So this is a very membership is very exclusive. So India established a permanent scientific expedition, scientific center at Himadri. That is the name of the center, in 2008 in Norway, and it's near International Arctic Research Base, Ny-Ålesund. So this is about Arctic Council observers. Which of the following statements accurately describes the role of observer states in the Arctic Council? A. They have the same voting rights as the Arctic states. B. They can propose and veto resolutions within the Council. C, they can participate in the council's working groups and task force and make contributions. D, they are primarily involved in funding the activities of the Arctic Council. So the correct answer is option C. Basically, they can participate in council's working and make contributions, part of the task force. They can't veto, and they don't have same voting rights as the Arctic states, basically. Let's go to next question. India holds observer status in the Arctic Council. What are India's key interests? Being an observer status. 1, scientific research on climate change and its impact on Indian monsoon. 2, opportunities such as access to minerals and hydrocarbons. 3, establishing military alliance with Arctic nations. 4, studying the region's biodiversity and its implications. Basically, the option 3 is wrong. It's not about military alliance and Arctic nations. Obviously, it's about scientific research, and one of the key factor is we want to study what is its impact on the monsoon, because Arctic is a cold region, and because of the tropics heat and Arctic's cold, the jet streams are formed, and as the Arctic is heating up, now that jet streams will be impact will change, so that will indirectly impact our monsoons also, and entire Eurasian mass heating up also will change, and because of that also monsoon may vary. So we have to see how the rainfall will change, because there is a upcoming research, like some are theorizing that North India and Central India the rainfall may increase, but peninsular India the rainfall may decrease. We have to see, but Arctic melting will have great significance on the entire ecology of the entire world, and particularly Indian monsoon also. So basically 3 is wrong, so 1, 2 and 4 are correct, so option C is the correct one. So opportunities such as access to minerals and hydrocarbons, we also want to be part of that. We are also exploring like ONGC Videsh want to tie up with Russian companies for oil exploration in the region. So and studying region's biodiversity and its implication also one of the key aim of our being the observer status. So we'll go to next question. Which of the following straits connect Arctic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean? So you must be aware. So the answer is Bering Strait. So, but straits are important. So we can see what are the other straits also. Strait of Gibraltar, as you must be aware, it is between Spain and Morocco. Basically, it connects Atlantic Ocean with Mediterranean Sea. And Park Strait is between Sri Lanka and Tamil Nadu. This is Spain and Morocco. So this is Davis Strait is between Greenland and Canadian island, and Davis Strait was also in use for Davis Strait proto microcontinent. So in April, scientists have discovered that when the plate of Greenland and Canada were separated, so there was a landmass which is below the Davis Strait water. So this is a continental. This is like a microcontinent. They named it as proto microcontinent. It's not a ocean shelf but a landmass. So when the Greenland landmass and Canada landmass was moving away, this remained there. So this was in news, so it could be a data point for prelims also. So another question, with reference to Arctic amplification, consider the following statements. 1. It is a phenomena where Arctic region warms at a rate significantly faster than the global average. 2. Primary reasons for the Arctic amplification is the decrease in the Earth's albedo due to melting ice and snow. Which of the following statements are correct? So both are correct. Basically, why it happens? This is also correct, where the Arctic region warms at a rate significantly faster than the global average, and the reason is Arctic amplification is the decrease in the Earth's albedo due to the melting of the ice. So what is this albedo? Albedo is basically the reflectivity. When the sun rays hit different surfaces, they absorb some of the heat, and they reflect some of it. So we want to see how much of it. But basically, ice has high reflectivity. Almost 80 to 90% of it they reflect, and like bitumen, we will see the reflectivity is very less, and they absorb most of it, and almost 96% it absorbs, 4% is there. So because of this, the Arctic region warms at a rate faster than the global average because ice is melting. As long as ice is there, the sun rays are coming and getting reflected. Nothing is being absorbed. Once ice start melting, it is like a vicious circle. So because of the albedo, the lot of absorption happens, and it melts much faster. It heats up much faster than the other regions of the earth. So both 1 and 2 are correct. The term polar code sometimes seen in the news related to A. The agreement of countries around the North Pole regarding the demarcation of the territories. B. A set of norms for scientific research in the Arctic and Antarctic. C. The International Code of Safety for ships operating in polar waters. D. A trade and security agreement among the member countries of Arctic Council. Answer C is correct. Basically, International Code for Ship of Operating in the Polar Waters. International Maritime Organization, the headquarters is in London. It's a UN organization. Basically, it regulates the shipping. So, for regarding shipping in the Arctic region, it's a ecologically sensitive zone. So, environmental protection safety norms will be set up by IMO, and some training norms, some safety precautions will be, some guidelines will be given, and everybody has to follow those regulations. So, Polar Code refers to International Code for Safety of the ships operating in the polar regions. Melting of the summer ice in the Arctic has significant implication. Which of the following is the most important geopolitical implication of the phenomena? A. Increase in the population of polar bear species. It's wrong. Basically, polar bears, it negatively affects because bears depend on seals, and seals need ice for resting also. And B. Opening up of new sea routes and increased competition for the resources. Decrease in the frequency of extreme weather events globally. D. Reduced interest in the scientific research in the Arctic region. So obviously this is wrong. And decrease in the frequency of extreme weather events globally is also wrong. We don't know, and we are seeing a lot of climatic change events, and Arctic melting also may exacerbate these events, not reduction. And a reduced interest in scientific research in the Arctic region. This is also wrong. Because of the melting of the ice, there is increase of scientific research. So B is correct, and new sea routes are increasing, geopolitical competition is increasing, and new trade routes are coming up. So we will see what is this NSR, new Northern Sea route, the new trade route connecting Asia. New trade route connecting Asia to Europe, and basically the old trade route goes through Suez Canal, and Suez Canal is basically Suez Canal is a choke point. So it is difficult for the ships to go. There are traffic jams, and security threats are also there. So this route avoids this Suez Canal route, and the distance is also less. So fuel required is less, and number of days for travel is also less, and CO2 emissions are also less. So from all perspectives, Northern Sea route is better, but it is yet to develop. Infrastructure is yet to develop. Extreme weather events are there. Some problems are there, but it is a new opportunity coming up. So we will see how it will fare out in the future. What are the advantages of NSR, Northern Sea route? It is shorter than the traditional sea route, and fuel consumption is less, circumvention of choke points, especially Suez Canal wala, and then Malacca Strait also sometimes it can be avoided if you are going from China to Europe directly. But from Indian perspective, we have to go to Malacca Strait also. And access to Arctic sea resources, because NSR is giving opportunity so that mineral exploration can happen there, and lower CO2 emissions, it's good for the environment. But still some negatives are there. What are the risks? Harsh weather, and icebreakers are required. Icebreakers is a new technology we are tying up with Russia to develop, and Russia has nuclear powered icebreakers also, and in fact Russian technology, they are very advanced in this sector, much advanced than USA also. USA is also catching up, and Russia installed a rust free titanium flag also in the Arctic base, mainly to basically to lay its claim on the land. So Arctic region that way is heating up, and a lot of competition is happening, and infrastructure development is also yet to take place in the region. That is also risk, and environmental risks are also there. So in this context, India's ambitious program Eastern Maritime Corridor also we can see once. What is Eastern Maritime Corridor? Normally, traditionally, we are going from Mumbai to St. Petersburg in Russia, and we have to go through our Suez Canal, a choke point. But the proposed route is from Chennai to Vladivostok of Russia. So as we can see, the biggest advantage, 3000 nautical miles distance is saved, and time saving is up to 16 days. In maritime sector, it is huge. So these are the two key advantages, and we will avoid the choke point also. So this will be a game changer between India-Russia trade relations, because we are dependent upon Russian oil. We import a lot of Russian oil. So if you can get from here, it will be very good, and it will also promotes our Act East policy. So this is about Eastern Maritime Corridor. You can see from the lens of Northern Sea route and Arctic region also. So some questions regarding these aspects. The Chennai Vladivostok Maritime Corridor aims to connect India's eastern coast with which of the following regions of the Russia? A. Black Sea region, B. Baltic Sea region, C. Far East region, D. Arctic region. So the answer is, as you know, Far East region. C is the correct answer. So the Black Sea region basically is near Ukraine. The Baltic Sea region is near Finland, those Baltic nations, and the Arctic region is on the northern side. So these are all wrong answers. For this question, the Far East region is the correct answer, from Chennai to Vladivostok. That is the sea route. Chennai Vladivostok Maritime Corridor is expected to significantly reduce the shipping time compared to the traditional route taken between India and Russia. What is the traditional route that is being referred to? A. The route through the Strait of Hormuz and Persian Gulf. Obviously, this is not correct. This is near the Persian Gulf, the Middle East, and the route through Suez Canal and Mediterranean Sea. This is the correct answer. And the route through Strait of Malacca and South China Sea. Basically, this is the route we will take, the new route. Chennai Vladivostok route will be this route, but the question is about the traditional route, the route through Suez Canal and Mediterranean Sea, and the route through Arctic Ocean and Northern Sea route. D is also wrong. So the traditional route is the route through Suez Canal and Mediterranean Sea. So, in the process of reading about, I came across this also, methane sat. I felt it's important from prelims point of view. It's a groundbreaking satellite mission dedicated to detecting and quantifying global methane emissions. It's one of the new technology. Through satellite, they can find globally the methane emissions and they can quantify it also. It was launched in 2024 through SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket, Musk's. So, and another aspect was Mahasagar, a mutual holistic advancement for security and growth across the regions. It's a big program in India's maritime sector. Check it out also. So that's it from my side, friends. Thank you very much. I'm Gopi Krishna from Glorious IAS Academy.